What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have another PU match. This one's against Mulvone, and I'm using generally the same team except for I believe I switched out the Masquerain with Behem, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into it here. I feel like he's gonna want to lead off with his Avalugg. I decide to lead off with my Piloswine, so we just got our ice types out here, and that's cool. So he does lead off with his weird flat-ass footprint thingy. Honestly, Stunfisk and Avalugg need to make a baby. It would be like the flattest thing to ever exist. Anyways, I throw out my Stealth Rocks, as on the first turn he goes for the Toxic, and I'm not, that's kind of terrible. Piloswine has no recovery. He's just going to be taking poison damage now, and that's kind of a bummer, but I guess that's what I pay for when I get my Stealth Rocks up. Now I realize that he is definitely going to want to Rapid Spin away those Stealth Rocks, and I'm like, no, 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 I'm going to bring out Creeper, and you can't Rapid Spin on a Ghost type, so I got a nice little spin block there, as at this point I realize that he's probably just going to Toxic my Creeper, and that's pretty shitty, because now my two defensive Pokemon are going to be whittled down by poison, and that is obviously no good. So, yeah, Creeper takes the Toxic here. The face on his back is smiling, kind of, but, you know, he's a sad Dusknoir at the moment, so that's whatever. I wish I had some type of heal bell. That definitely would have helped me out here, but what are you gonna do? I put like 2 minutes into building this team, so it's whatever. Anyways, I now decide to bring in Shroom here, as he's gonna hit me with an Avalanche, and it's gonna do absolutely nothing because of the burn. And at this point, I realize, hey, he might stay in here, want to get rid of those Stealth Rocks, go for the Rapid Spin, and it'll be a good time. I can start setting up a nasty plot, and Shroom might be getting pretty scary, but it is still a little early game to be starting to set up, and I actually make a misplay here. I expect him to go for the Rapid Spin, but he in fact switches into the Rampardo, so he brings out the freaking Dinosaur as I go for a nasty plot. I'm thinking some nasty thoughts, but then I realize, hey, this Rampardos is probably just gonna ram that head of his into my fucking Shroom head, so that's not looking too good for me here. So I get up the nasty plot, and then I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, hey, this thing's gonna outspeed me, and it's just gonna kill me with a rock smash, or a head smash, rock smash. It's gonna kill me with a head smash, so I decide to switch into Piloswine, see how well he can take this, as he takes it rather nicely, but it would still definitely be a 2-hit KO. But I'm trying to bait him to stay in here so that I can kill him off with an Ice Shard, but he is afraid of the Ice Shard, so he is definitely gonna switch out, and that is a bummer. So I go for the Ice Shard. He just brings back out the freaking Avalugg, and obviously Avalugg is not going to take any freaking damage from the Ice Shard. So he does come in, take some damage from the Stealth Rocks though, so hey, at least that's pretty freaking cool. So the Ice Shard does nothing, hits him in the face. He's like, I'm literally made of ice, you've just like made me stronger, like you just built up my fucking iceberg. But he's going to get hurt by, I'm going to get hurt by the poison, he's going to get hurt by the burn, and Piloswine is not looking too damn healthy over here. So at this point, I feel like he might go for the Rapid Spin, but I don't want to really switch into Dusknoir too early and get his health whittled down by that Toxic, so I decide to switch into Boat. I'm like, hey, Boat can come in here, hit this thing with some special attacks, and get rid of this fucker. So he hits me with an Avalanche. Boat does not care at all, as he's like, I'm a Boat, bitch. That's all that needs to be said. So he's gonna get his leftovers, get hurt by that burn, and this thing is slowly getting whittled down. It's below half, so honestly this thing shouldn't be too scary. I go for an Ice Beam, actually predicting a switch, but he stays in, and Ice Beam actually ends up killing him anyways with the critical hits. And I was like, hey, sweet. And that's actually the first of a lot of hacks that happens in this battle. There's quite a few critical hits that definitely matter. This actually is some hacks too. Check this out. He brings out a Simipour. I know it has Focus Blast. I am Assault Vested. I would be able to live it, but he does miss, which is terrible. Focus Miss is what they should rename that shit, as I'm able to kill it off with a Thunderbolt, and then I get another critical hit. I'm not sure if that critical hit mattered. Honestly, I don't know. But I mean, freaking Boat's just a critical hit machine over here. Like, what the hell's the deal? But now he's going to bring back out the Rampardos. He's definitely going to be able to kill me with a Head Smash, and at this point, I don't really have a switch that wants to take a Head Smash. I mean, there's not a lot of Pokemon in PU that can safely take Head Smashes from a fucking Rampardos. Like, let's be real. But I go into Piloswine, as he actually hits me with a superpower, and I was like, okay, maybe he didn't want to miss the Head Smash or something like that, because I find myself missing that shit every time I use a Rampardos. Miss Head Smashes 9 out of 10 times. So I die. Luckily though for me, he did get a attack drop, so he's not going to be able to kill Shroom here. I'm actually kind of banking on the fact that he is choiced in some way. I expect it to be Choice Scarfed or Choice Banded, something like that. I run Choice Scarf, so I actually expected Choice Scarf. But here I decided to go for a nasty plot again, just because honestly, Shroom just really likes thinking nasty thoughts. This guy is just overall a nasty guy. So I get that special attack boost, and he is going to go for a Boom Burst. Look at little Parrot Chatot over here is going to fucking knock me down to 5 HP. Luckily, Shroom lives that, and I'm able to kill it off with a Thunderbolt. The nasty plot was useless because I am definitely going to kill myself with a Life Orb. This is the wrong type of Behem, honestly. This thing's name is weird as fuck. I feel like I say it wrong every time, but I don't even care. But like I was saying, I should have brought a more defensive one, but whatever. It happens. Anyways, he brings out the Gorgeist, and I hate pumpkins. These things are so damn defensive. Luckily though, my plan for this thing is to probably be able to get some ice beams off with Boat, but I bring out Raticate just to kind of scout out what he was going to want to do, get my guts. So I go for the Protect. I saw that he went for Leech Seed, so that tells me what he's going to want to do next turn, as Joint is going to go ahead and take his burn here, so he'll be nice and equipped, nice and guts boosted for the next time I send him out. Now I'm going to go for the U-turn because I don't have anything that can really hurt this thing, as the U-turn actually does quite a bit of damage. Look at Raticate putting in that work. I gotta start using Raticate more, man. I love that thing. I don't use it enough. I'm gonna do some more PU battles soon though, so he'll be around. Anyways, Dusknoir takes the Leech Seed, and I don't really have much that Dusknoir can do to this thing. Honestly, I think for a second I thought I had Toxic. I do not have Toxic on anything on this team. Usually, that's kind of strange because I have at least 1 or 2 Pokemon on each team that has Toxic, but unfortunately, all this guy's got is Will-O-Wisp, so at least I can get a burn off on this thing, and it'll do a little bit of damage, but it's not gonna be doing as much as I need it to. So I'm taking the poison. Luckily, I'm still around full health, and yeah, so that's good. He's gonna go ahead and switch out into Monferno, expecting the Will-O-Wisp, I believe, as I go for the I do go for the Will-O-Wisp, so that's not going to affect that thing. And at this point, I really was not sure what the hell Monferno wants to do. I haven't seen these things a lot. I know they're basically just baby Infernapes. They get a lot of time run Fake Out, Mach Punch, Close Combats, and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's too big of a threat to Creeper, but for the fact that I'm just sitting in here taking poison damage is not, it's an uphill climb. So he just goes for the U-turn, actually expecting me to switch to get a nice matchup, but I stayed in just to kind of scout out what this thing was going to want to do. So I noticed that he does have the Life Orb, so that's interesting. Here I don't know who he wants to go into. I just stayed in and went for the Pain Split because it's going to do decent damage and it's going to recover some health. But he goes into the Gorgeist, and unfortunately the Pain Split is not going to be too effective here because he is at, you know, similar health. So I go for the Pain Split. It's going to definitely do a little bit to him and get me a little bit back. So it's still not that good. I was hoping that Monferno was going to do more damage to me, but that is not the case. That is not the case. And basically, I'm just keeping Creeper around at this point in the battle to just basically pain split stuff. Honestly, there's not a whole lot he can do. I mean, I could burn this pumpkin, but honestly, I would like this thing to just whittle me down and get some more health back. So he's at high health, I'm at low health, and then just slowly pain split this thing down to the point where I can kill it off with the Ice Beam with Lapras. That's pretty much the plan. I need Lapras to be able to kill this thing. I'm not sure how much damage is going to be able to do to it with Ice Beam, so basically, yeah, Creeper's just going to stay in here, Pain Split. I get this thing down to like half, but I am going to be taking a lot of damage from this poison. So, like I said, definitely an uphill fight with Creeper here. He's going to be taking a lot of poison damage, but Pain Split is actually pretty damn awesome because of the fact that this Gorgeist is getting health back from the Leech Seed, so he's definitely getting higher health and I'm getting lower health. So the Pain Split's kind of effective, but it's pretty obvious at this point he is definitely going to be able to win this matchup, but I was basically just sacking Creeper anyway. So he goes for the Shadow Sneak this time, and that is going to kill Creeper. So, oh, no, it's not. I live it with 9 HP. False alarm. I totally forgot I fucking lived that. As this Pain Split is going to get me to like 60 HP as it knocks him down. And I'm like, hell yeah, I lived that. Did not expect to. Yo, Pumpkin ain't got shit on my Ghost. So we're both some weird ass ghosts. We got some crazy ghost action going on as I take some leftovers. But then this Leech Seed and then Poison's definitely going to knock me down. So Creeper kind of, you know, you did a lot, buddy. I should have fucking threw on some better attacks on this thing. I've actually never used this Dusknoir until I started using it in these 2 PU battles, but, you know, whatever. This thing's pretty cool. I gotta make some different ones, though. So different movesets would definitely be more effective. But, so yeah, Creeper goes down. I feel pretty confident in the amount of HP this thing has left. I hope for a little bit more damage on this thing, but it's almost half. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna bring out Boat here, and I'm gonna hit this thing with a hard Ice Beam unless he wants to bring out the Monferno. I just decided to go for the Ice Beam. He actually misses the Leech Seed, which is some more hacks. This guy got hacks all over the place. Sorry, Mulvone. Lapras got another critical hit. That's like the 3rd crit in a row Lapras has got. And so I don't think that mattered. But anyways, I feel bad. I'm playing like shit, but I got a lot of hacks on my side. But now he's going to bring out the Monferno, and I definitely have hatched a plan here. I'm going to bring out Electrode. Let's kind of see what happens. I'm probably going to die to a close combat, but he does hit me with the close combat, and check this out. Electrode lives this shit with 1 HP, and I was like, hell yeah. When was the last time you saw an Electrode live a close combat? It has been a while, or if not ever, for me. That's insane. But he does in fact have the Mach Punch, so I'm not going to be able to outspeed this thing and kill it, which is sad. But I do get the Aftermath, and at this point I'm really not scared, because if I bring in Raticate, I'm going to be able to outspeed, and he can't kill me with a Mach Punch. Mach Punch would do about 70%, so I'm stoked. I bring out Joint, I'm like, hell yeah, we might have a chance here. He goes for the Mach Punch, and unfortunately for me, that does get a critical hit. And I was supposed to live that, and I would have been able to kill him with a Facade, and Joint might have been able to get a nice little late game sweep going, but unfortunately a little bit of hacks came back to bite me in the ass, which is okay. I really don't care. It happens, honestly. But now all I can do is bring out my boat, and Monferno is just going to punch me right in the neck, and that is going to be a dead-ass Lapras. So that is the end of the game, guys. Mulvone came out with the win there. Very close match. Critical hits everywhere, it just hacks all over. But overall, who cares? It's all in just good fun. PU is a really fun tier. But anyways, hit that thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Peace.